Hi again, this is Mike, the Philosopher Engineer. Today we focus on the technical and the tactical. Today's topic will be Pareto on margin and Monte Carlo to map reliability. That's a mouthful. The idea with the technical and tactical is we'll talk about specific plans of action to implement on the technical side, the principles we're after. So I'm going to go through this kind of quickly and then delve into it some more. When we look at a product, we're trying to understand how it works. So when you're designing a product and you're developing it and refining it, you're looking at how it works, you're defining every function, and that's with the math or the simulations, and also with the prototypes and testing. And you look at every function and you're measuring it. You're measuring it or calculating it and seeing how it performs. Whether it's a simple spring or it's a gear or it's a lever or a snap, all those have a function and every interface has a function. In a complicated system, a whole machine, a complicated product, you might have a lot of subsystems, and within those subsystems, you have a number of functions. And every single function can be defined. And once they're defined, you can identify the performance. And once you understand how it works and you're happy with the basic functionality, you also want to understand how it fails, because you're looking at risk management. And in risk management, you'll drive that into failure modes. Well, how do you figure out failure modes? Well, the key is you break everything. You break everything physically, you can break everything virtually. It's faster to break things virtually. That's why we use math and simulations. It saves a lot of money and a lot of time. You really do both of those. Now, why do I say a Pareto on margin? Well, first of all, just to clarify, design margin is that buffer, that margin between your specification and the failure mode. So if something is much stronger than it needs to be, then you have a big design margin. If it barely is strong enough for the function, then you have a small margin. And if that margin is small enough, it becomes a reliability problem and it's a failure mode. So you want to understand the failure modes. Why do I say a Pareto on margin? It just means you rank them. You rank it from the most margin to the least margin, or least margin to the most margin. And what does that do for you? It immediately helps you focus on where you need to put your energy, invest your engineering resources to deal with those risk areas. What about all the other areas? What about all the functions that have too much design margin? Well, you don't have to do those right away, but those are great opportunities for cost savings. It's over-engineered. Most products are probably 80% over-engineered, and there's 20% that maybe have a small amount of margin, maybe not even enough margin. That's where we focus on it. And then what happens? Well, we want to understand what does that mean in terms of reliability. If our product's not reliable, we could have a lot of problems. We might not sell as many. We might even have a problem in the field. If it's a medical device, we could have some problems with the FDA and other issues that could shut down our production and get us in all kinds of trouble. What does Monte Carlo do? Monte Carlo is one of the best ways to deal with probability and statistics. Once we understand all these relationships, we can map out the entire reliability with Monte Carlo analysis on all these functions. And then we can continue to refine it as we get more test data and more data from the components and the subsystems and the whole product. We continue to update that model, and then we're not just guessing, we're able to have a statistical model of where our reliability stands. So it's an extremely valuable tool. This is what we call a reliability model. And you can create that before you launch a product. And you can continue to maintain it after the product is launched and use it as a tool for optimization. Really on important products that are out there that are a big part of your business, especially in larger companies, this should be standard practice. Unfortunately, it's not. And so instead, people spend their money on trying to deal with products that fail. Anyways, that's my topic for today. We'll talk about it again in the future. Pareto on margin and Monte Carlo to map reliability. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Bye.